in the second rows. We have Bayou, Grange and Peden in the back row. Matt King, after an outstanding effort last week, is the halfback. Dan Jones is 10. Our wingers are Ryan Bender and Celestino Panasoni. Our centres are Owen Turner at inside and Tane Mann on 13 at outside centre, and Jack Stonestreet is our fullback again. Little early double knock on there. First chance to have a look at the scrum. Burner, how do you see this one going?
Yeah, I think Boca's scrum. Sorry, Boca. John, still calling the game before.
Premier One's on now, mate. Women are over.
Ourimbah's scrum has been dominant all year, so I think they'll look to see that continue today. Brett Cunningham at loose head here. I think Ourimbah were all over Lakes last time they met. Lakes got a couple of penalties. Which I'm not a referee, but I can quite agree with. I think Ourimbah have been dominant all year, and they'll continue that today. Jones takes it.
Poor ball
Early
security
turnover
early.
there.
Ralini offloads.
And Cicero here.
Good run. Good cover there by Grange.
Ball goes back. Hutchison Malters gets rid of it. Down to Matt King. Oh, I think he's overcooked it a bit here.
There's the bounce. It's a very unfriendly bounce all the way back.
Give a bit of a shout out to all the Ourimbah people back at the pig pen. I'm pretty sure this game's been live streamed at the pen there in the new clubhouse. So shout out to all the Ourimbah people there.
Yeah, don't be afraid to get a hold of us. All the rugby community, you're live streaming watching this game. We'll give you a shout out no matter where you are. No matter who you are, no matter who you support. We accept everyone around here, Burner.
We do. Just on that, though, I don't know if there'd be actually many people at the Ourimbah clubhouse, because looking at the coaching setup for Ourimbah today, they've got 4 coaches listed. I don't think there's anybody left in the club. Matt Hopkins, Anthony Erickson, Bruce Cunningham, and Ross Hopkins as coaches.
There you go.
It's an expansive setup. Hopefully, Ourimbah's got the game plan today. Matt King looks to feed this scrum.
There's no excuses if they don't. Offload. Jones in behind. That's not a bad option early. A little bit too deep. I don't mind that, Burner. I don't mind that. Nice and early just to keep the defensive line honest.
Yeah, I think that's good. Macaroni grounds that.
Just a little bit deep. Wouldn't mind. I think if he had his time over again, he wouldn't have minded 5 metres shorter. But the tactic, nonetheless, I think is a good one.
As Logan Hamopo looks to get us back underway. Good kick, finds a bit of space, goes down to King.
Quick shout out to Tony Fury, refereeing his 937th game today. Ably assisted by Kate Thompson on the left side of the field. On the end. And who we got on this side of the field? Scotty Thornton, I believe.
Yeah, looks like Scotty.
Ralini. Opportunity manages to grab that in. That is brilliant. Lucky, but brilliant. Ball at the back, opportunity left and right.
Yeah, I think he's told him hands out there to Rob Peden. He hasn't got his hands out. So a penalty to Lakes. 5 metres inside their own half.
You wouldn't believe it, Burner. You're quicker on the technology and socials, but I believe the coach of the self-proclaimed dream team, the Avoca Beach President's Cup side, wants to get a hold of us. I'll leave that with you because you're going to be faster at it than me. As we find touch here, Scotty Thornton does well. Needs to increase that arm. There's a little bit of a bend in it. It's not quite 90 degrees. I don't like it. So referee's boss, hopefully he'll be coached on that. We have a sponsor that clearly sponsors the sleeve, and Scotty Thornton's doing him no favours.
Good steal there from Ourimbah.
You can guarantee that, Supercoach, that those people you mentioned will not be getting any more time.
As Jones gets it out here.
Ball back, ball back. That's fair play. Oh, surely, Tony.
Bit unlucky there, I think.
That's extremely unlucky. As a coach, you don't mind that. It means your players are awake, they're on the ball, and they're looking for opportunities. So a little bit hard done by there, I think. was Noah. I thought that was fair play. But anyway, I'm not the referee. The referee who's refereed 1,337 games in Tony Fury, he's the man in charge.
Joey B who takes it. Grange passes it inside to Rob Peden. But I think what will go a long way to these victories is the battle of the number 8s. Rob Peden versus VAR. And they've both been very strong in recent weeks. VAR an absolute workhorse and Rob the exact same for his team. So
I was going to say quite contrasting players and quite contrasting styles. I think that
turnover.
I think Robbie Peden's been absolutely outstanding all season, and so has VAR. But in contrasting styles, VAR's a lot tighter.
Yep.
That's a disappointing carry. That's a pretty poor carry there. I'm not sure of the number, but poor carry. Ourimbah with an opportunity now. They might as well chance their hand. Great shot in defence. Well done, that is. Good shot by Hutchison Walters. Yeah, just letting the Marn know that he's around. And mate, knowing how Tane Marn plays, I'm sure he'll love to repay him the favour. Yeah, so contrasting styles. VAR's a lot tighter of a player, and with his ball carries, he's not as dynamic as Rob Peden is, and certainly not as fast. But mate, two brilliant people to have in your back row.
VAR is nearly 40 years of age, keeping in mind the number 8 for legs. Watching how he plays, absolutely unbelievable.
He's only young. Opportunity now. Nice and settled.
Turner takes it up.
Numbers, big numbers.
Goes to BU, gets the offload, good
great.
hands.
Beautiful
Finley.
draw and pass.
Get to Blanche,
Opportunity.
out to Blanche, gets it to...
What?
Was he out there? Ryan Bender, we commentated last week on the haircut.
What was
the
that?
haircut didn't do any favours this time either.
What was the point of that flick pass? Other than to create more pressure. But anyway, we're underway. Ball is spoiled.
Good pick up, Dan Jones. So take it in tight here, Ourimbah.
VAR on the ball and turns it over. The man we're just talking about.
I thought Zach McInnes was going to hoik it downfield then. Would love to see what that right boot can do.
What is going on with that? Maybe the Ourimbah player had his knees on the ground. I didn't appear so from here. I thought VAR was fair play. Tony says no, it wasn't, and we'll have a penalty to Ourimbah. First opportunity at points. And Dan Jones says, we'll have a shot. Thank you very much. I actually thought, Berner, that the President's Cup Supercoach might have been getting in contact with us to give us some enlightenment on how we thought the day has been going, but that's not to be the case. It was, I think, it just an opportunity wasted for him, to be honest.
Yeah.
He had the floor.
Yep. He's wasted that. He probably won't get another shot after that.
I tell you what. Dan Jones didn't waste that shot, and 3 points to 0. Ourimbah take the lead after 9 minutes of play in what has been a fairly standard start. Both sides just taking their time, getting into the game and trying to reduce the amount of mistakes, get into their flow and structure and their patterns of play.
It's nice and hot out there as well.
Penasoni. Leave it alone. I'll take this. Great run, strong run in contact.
Lanzini cleans him up. Good kick by King. A lot of pressure on Hamopo here. Oh.
Timing perfect.
Oh, I think that's a bit harsh.
Timing was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I think that's unlucky for Rob Peden there. I think he was absolutely on the money. Great kick by Matt King.
Lucky there's no replay because I could be wrong. I thought it was absolutely perfect.
No, we're both claiming it. Stick to the guns. People could scroll back on YouTube if they want to. Please don't do that. 100% fair tackle.
I reckon it was. I totally reckon it was fair game.
I'm doing it. I'm getting on.
And poor old Hamopo, rightly so, he's catching his breath. But, Tony says, I didn't quite see it that way. He thought he got him early. Take this opportunity to have a look at the Erina Podiatry scoreboard, and we have Ourimbah 3 leading the Lakes 0 after 10 minutes of play. Kick for touch, finds it about 23.5 metres out. Scotty Thornton is picking up his act with his right angles of his arms. Moving on, line out, beautiful. Homopo at the back to Homopo, back to Ralini. Strong. I'd much rather see Ralini in the back row. Penny played brilliantly a couple of weeks ago there, Burner. A little bit wasted out in the centres last week.
Yep.
But that was by necessity, not by choice for
He's so hard to
for
handle.
Marshall Homopo. Kicks in behind.
Very creative, Hutchison Malters.
Oh, poor old Jack Stone Street
Makes it
has
a
made a meal of it.
I think there's a couple of car horns out the back, just letting Jack know that he's made a. He's absolutely choked on that one.
I
I
think
see a
that-
couple of Lakes shirts in a car out the
I
back.
was going to say, I reckon those cars are driven all the way from Budgewoi to honk that horn. Which one of the Ourimbah coaches is in charge of ball security and ball handling?
Just going through. I mean, it's a long list. I'd say to be Anthony Erickson. I think is the ball security coach. Ball security and attendance, I think, is what Anthony's after.
yeah. Good opportunity here for Lakes.
Logan feeds it in. Good scrum. VAR off the back. Gonna be
VAR
hard to
try. Great try. Great try, Lakes. Good platform from the scrum. Beautiful pick up from VAR at the back. I don't know where the back row was.
Yeah, I think caught him by surprise. Grange
Joey
got
Grange,
off.
he might have been stuck in there trying to shove. He didn't. His eyes weren't up.
Yeah, Grange got off, but I think just a little bit too late. No, I don't think his winger really helped him out there. He definitely didn't push up on
When
on
was
VAR.
when was the last time a winger's helped out when
Yeah, I
number
know.
8's come and charged
As
at
I'm
the
saying
line?
this, I understand what I'm saying.
Great try by the guy who I have a man crush on, Vartialava. Brilliant.
Right, so Logan has a shot to make it 7 points to 3.
Logan takes his time to kick this goal. Those of you watching on the socials, tag us in so we know what you're doing, what you're up to. Take a photo, tag us, B&B, Unplugging Central Coast Rugby, and we'll give you a shout out during the coverage. Those of you who are new to the live stream, the kick is conversion. The kick is converted, and if those of you who are new and watching for the first time, Berner and I do a bit of a podcast covering the local game, and you can find us on the socials, B&B, Unplugging Central Coast Rugby. Follow us on there, tag us in what you're doing, and we'll give you a shout out during the course of the match. Jones gets us underway. Strong offload. Lanzini now takes it in.
Good work
Strong.
there.
A little bit unlucky not to keep his feet there, Geordie Clark. Good meters by Lakes.
Good inside ball. Good run. There's a knock on. He went to get up and play it off the ground, but rolled it forward a little bit there.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky. A little bit unlucky.
Rehana Hermopo having a few words to say to Isaac Harding Davis and also Dan Jones.
What do you think he might be advising him?
We're probably trying to ask if there's any good places that we were to eat. And there are a few.
Oh,
There's a
mate,
couple
I can tell you right now, if there's a good place to eat in Woowoi, you are the man who knows exactly where to eat.
Exactly. So I'm a bit actually offended that Rehana's gone to those boys instead of just waiting till after the game.
We've
Bit of a tip. That's all right.
Here we go. We've just had a Cheerio come in from. We'll use him by his socials name is Nugget, and he's gone. He's cheering on the Dream Team, which you'd be referring to the Evoca Beach Presidents Cup side next week, in third grade, and he's sent us in from the Gosford ED. Nugget is a paramedic and does a wonderful job in repairing people's bodies, and so he's at Gosford ED with a bit of time on his hands, and he's watching the match live stream. So Nugget, thanks for getting involved, mate, and keep doing the great job that you do.
It was Turner bounces away from a couple of tackles. Blanchard there helping him out. Turnover from Lakes again. Well, ball security. I'll tell you what, Anthony Erickson's got his, I think his job's on the line after there's a couple of loose carries here from Ourimbah early on.
So which one of the 16 coaches for Ourimbah would be in charge of the hiring and firing? Are we going to go
Well, I think you go to the top. You go to Matt Hopkins and it sits with him.
Notice Dad's there on the list.
Yeah, I know, but I think it's. I think
Hey,
Matt's the top dog.
Hey, Dad, am I allowed to fire this fella?
I think. I think Dad's in the fire line as well. Firing line.
Hey, Dad, can I fire you, please? Ross Hopkins, one of the great coaches in the Central Coast. And,
Great man as well.
He's been away from the Central Coast for a while. Been applying his trade down in Sydney. Beautiful kick here by Lakes. Stone Street out cross and lets it go. That was an absolutely outstanding kick. Brilliant work there by Hutchinson Walters. Controlled the game well, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. I think it was they were really missing him last week at 10. I think got a 2 yellows or something in the game beforehand in the 19s game, which didn't help him out a lot. So we'll see how Lakes defend this. Oh, good throw.
For you.
It's King with that trademark right boot.
Opportunities
It's
now.
right.
Strong in contact. You're not going to run past Peden all that often.
Macarellini at the back. Gets it out of Hamopo. Happy to chip it in behind.
It's not a bad option either. I don't mind that. Just settling it down. I think it's clear to see, and I think you don't need to be Einstein to know that the Lakes don't really want to play it at pace. They want to play it at their own speed. And I think you'll find this kicking, especially with this heat burner, is going to come a bit more of a crucial factor. That's going to keep Lakes in the game. It's going to keep them dictating the pace of the game. And Ourimbah need to really counteract that with speed and quick turn possession.
I also think that Lakes can put a lot of pressure on Ourimbah's line out today. Once they start getting a few of them, they start getting the calls. So it's a good result for Lakes. It's good to see Toby Carver's been named on the bench at 23 as well, who's Ourimbah's fullback. Jack Stone Street with the 15 jersey today. Toby's been out injured, but it's good if they can get him out there today.
Mate, I think Toby Carver might have seen how well Jack played last week and's gone, my injury's not that bad, I'm good to go. We have Ciro here at first receiver. Good scrum by Ourimbah, spoiling. VAR safe at the back. In a scrum that's going backwards, strong. Well done. Really saved that. Lanzini.
That's McCombie there, isn't it?
McCombie, sorry.
McCombie.
I think there was a little bit of a fish there. How big was my fish?
Yeah. Sagotti takes it up.
Suru. Oh, great strength.
Raulini
Raulini offloads.
gets it off to Lanzini. Doesn't quite have the same offloading game. Mopo gets it out. Hands
Offload.
here. Hands will do it. Get out of McInnes. No, hold on to it. Beautiful.
Who doesn't love seeing a prop in open space?
There's 2 props out there on the wing.
Poisi.
Brilliant work. Tim Poisi gets a try. Zach McInnes will be blowing up outside of him.
Either way, brilliant to see. A, he shouldn't have passed as a prop. B, he shouldn't have passed it because there's another prop outside him.
Can we appreciate there's 2 seagulls in the one spot, on the one wing?
Absolutely outstanding. Great try. Well done to Lakes. Brings the score to 12 points to 3 with a kick to come. And I can guarantee you right now, Berner, at no point in time will the Lakes ever be comfortable because Ourimbah have been coming home strong. We've still got 60 minutes to go. There's still nearly a whole game of rugby to go. But
Yes, here's the issues with these games we've had the last couple of weeks at Ourimbah, and we spoke to Matt Hopkins on the podcast this week about it. In that the last 2 games they've played, they had Lakes a fortnight ago, Hornsby last week. They've let him get out to leads of sort of, between 20 and 30 points, and they've had to chase late. They didn't get the Bickies over Lakes a fortnight ago, but they got there over Hornsby. I don't think they can leave it late again. Lakes are back to full strength. And also, if they do get over the top of them, they're going to meet Terrigal next week, and they can't do that against Terrigal.
That is a great kick. That is a shot.
Oh, what?
From where I'm sitting, Werner, that looked perfect.
That's in between the sticks, I think.
Just snuck in my opinion, but I don't have a flag, so all the Ourimbah people will be saying it was clearly out, and all the Lakes people saying it was clearly in. Just bear with me, viewers. I need to give a shout out to Jimmy the Great Man. Boys, he says, Ecker and Buddha have been in control of ball skills over the last few weeks. And he's a shout out to all the Ourimbah ball boys on the far side applying their trade over there. And last of all, love from the swamp. So Jimmy the Great Man, thanks for getting in contact with us. Clearly I'm suggesting he's supporting the Razorbacks. So great to have you on board, Jimmy. Ball at the back. Dived on well by Lakes.
Got a shout out from Ryan Pike. He just wants to say good luck to the Ourimbah boys, and he can't wait to be back at the Pig Pen next year. So thanks, Ryan, for getting in touch. Sam Middleton has got in touch as well. She's saying hello from Sydney Hotel Quarantine. It's an expensive process, that is.
Yeah.
So she's cheering on Ourimbah.
Don't you come out early either.
Glad you're staying inside.
And more importantly, hopefully you're safe and well. Inside the last 20 minutes of the first half, Lakes are leading Ourimbah 12 points to 3. It's not unusual. It's very game's going pretty much to script as it did in the first semi-final in which they met. And Ourimbah really unlucky not to win that. Lakes just holding on. So this is going to be a cracking game, Burner. I'm really looking forward to the next 60 minutes.
Yeah, they got to keep scoring points, Lakes. Good run, Hutchinson Walters.
Offload beautifully well.
Viray gets it.
A little bit isolated, needs the support.
And Mopo needs to go left, and he does.
VAR
again. He had Raulini outside him. That's the God, he takes it up. It's up to Viru.
And
Mopo takes it up.
I tell you, Penny just securing that ball there. I was going to say menacing there at the back. Tony says it's not going to come out of there, so we'll just have a scrum.
To Ourimbah.
He might have seen a little knock on there, maybe. I didn't see a maul or anything like that. I'm not sure.
Mopo's looking a little bit sad, so I reckon it might have been him. So just seeing out there's a bit of a change from the lineup as well for Ourimbah. James Blanche is actually playing 6 and not second row, and Joey BU is playing number 4, second row.
Good scrum. Lakes.
Great scrum, Lakes.
He's done well then to offload the ball under horrendous
Turner,
pressure.
good run.
Offloads now. Marn. Into
Goes
space.
inside. He's got Peden inside him.
Switches outside him. Peden doesn't need him outside. He's still going. Kicks for his winger.
Bender, he's got to get this. You have to.
Misses. Raulini playing with the defence as he does. Keeps high. Waits for his support. Gets it. How high's your fish?
Tell you what.
How big's your fish?
A lot of boys been fishing out there.
Yeah.
A lot of arms in the air saying this is how big it is.
And I can tell you now, Rahana Hamopo, Marshall, when you watch this back, tell your back rower to put his arms down when he's 45 metres away from the play.
Slightly relative. Should be an easy conversation to have over the dinner table.
And I don't think Tony Fury really cares how big the fish was that he caught.
No.
When he's 45 metres away. But anyway, we have Hutchinson Walters just getting us.
It's a good kick.
It's a great kick. Kate Thompson there. Yeah, a little bit lazy on the arm there, Kate. We need to raise that flag holding hand a little bit higher, please. I'd like to see 9 degrees. I will cut Kate a little bit of slack. She's already refereed a game.
And she was out there in the middle of the day.
Premier 2 when it was stinking hot. And 2 teams going at
Overthrow
it.
here. Well done for Mopo.
Nothing else on.
Got to get it
Stone
straight
Street.
to Stone Street.
Ooh, jeez, I didn't like
Made
the
that
look
look
of
bad. Stone Street gets around
that. Well
him.
done. Offloads.
Gets it out to Bender.
Bender, the man with the head tape. He stuck with it again this week.
Harding Davis takes it
A
up.
little bit isolated there. Unlucky.
Ooh, VAR tries to get the
Koisi.
boot out. Finley takes it up.
Yeah.
Advantage to Ourimbah.
It's fair enough. Not supporting their own weight
Yeah,
there,
I
the
think-
Lakes. That was
I think
pretty clear to
Lakes
see.
are lying all over that.
I'd be taking the points if I was Ourimbah. They need to keep in touch with Lakes.
Yep, they know they can get there in the end. I think that's what they do.
Pretty even tussle so far, Burner, after 25 minutes of play. Whilst Lakes have scored a couple of tries, Ourimbah have never seen that far out of it. They've probably dominated, well, I don't know if dominated territory. It's been fairly even, but Lakes are certainly,
Lakes are on top, I think.
well, they
They are on top.
Yeah, I think every opportunity Ourimbah need to take points, they do. And I think Ourimbah, they'll win this match in the last 20 minutes. They're not going to win it now. And as silly as it sounds, in many ways, they could almost afford to let, as the kick is disappointingly unsuccessful. In many ways, I think Ourimbah can almost let the Lakes do all the running. Let them run themselves ragged and back their superior fitness. And we saw that just got the timing wrong, did the Razorbacks last time they met. As we see a substitution here.
So Finley off, and Kearney comes on.
Interesting idea this. Sam Carter.
Oh, straight to Peden.
Brilliant.
Well, that's not the kick that the Lakes would have wanted. They're giving the ball straight back to Ourimbah.
Ball's there. They've turned it up. Oh,
Chance for him to be on the front foot here.
What?
Cunningham takes it.
what?
Joey Bu takes it up. Be hard to stop from here.
Gets it.
Reaches
try.
out.
That's what's Ourimbah. So interesting point here, Burner. And by no means am I.
I think he'll go again here.
We can't. I'm just curious, Burner. So Tony Fury has waved his hands in the air as in free play.
Yep.
And then penalised Lakes from the side. How does that work?
Unsure. I thought. I think Joey stretching out was a great effort, but I think he stretched out and had the arm rolling a little bit too far. You were talking about the time before.
Yeah, prior to that. But anyway, we're too far away to really scrutinise. So opportunity here for Ourimbah, and that was a pretty lazy and a pretty poor kick to get us underway and really put the pressure back on. And it's opened the doors up here for Ourimbah. I'd love to see Marn steaming onto this ball at outside centre. Really attacking that right-hand goalpost.
We're set up for a nice flat ball from Jones. Oh, that's the way they go. But Fisso,
There's the knock on there. Well, actually, he's lucky. If it popped up, it might have been spectacular. The knock on was still there to be had. It a little bit unlucky there. I like the idea. I like the thinking by Ourimbah, but execution was poor.
see how this scrum goes. So Ourimbah dominating the scrum early. Lakes have been on top the last couple.
Matty King should be running, sprinting to get the ball,
Yep.
to get the game underway.
Yeah, I think 13 Fisso from Lakes has ran the ball out, left it on the 40-metre line.
Well, as they do, that's just common play. But fitness is Ourimbah's friend. Opportunity on the short side here.
They go that way. Goes to Peden to King.
Oh, if he could have got loaded there. He had our man in the headgear, in the
Yeah, I
head
think-
tape, I should say.
Bender was on there. They dive low. Jeez, it must be close. They go blind. There you go,
Sam
Carney.
Carney over.
Well worked try from Ourimbah.
Yeah, poor defensive decision there. Can't quite see who the number was for Lakes, but rushed out and created that opportunity for Sam Carney just to go in. He's quite a nimble person for someone who plays in the forwards, and you're not going to stop him when you give him space, and that's exactly what's happened. A little bit of a poor decision defensively by Lakes. Ourimbah take advantage of that. 8 points to 12 with a kick to come, and worrying signs for the Lakes.
Yeah, still ahead. Still plenty of time to go. Which coach do you think it was that made that call? Just said, look, we need a try here. We'll what we'll do is we'll send Carney on.
Which one of the 16 coaches?
Yeah, which one's in charge of substitutions for tries?
Well, we've established that Ericsson is in charge of ball security and handling and attendance.
I don't think it was him.
No, clearly that's outside his. We've got demarcation issues if he's turning around going and making substitutions. Bruce Cunningham, well, father of the.
It was a front row substitution.
Hey,
it was a front row substitution. I'm saying.
did he kick that? Did he kick that?
Bruce Cunningham.
Too busy looking at your head. Sorry, viewers. He missed it anyway.
All right, a couple of shout-outs. Matt Trigg is sitting in WA, the Lakes major sponsor, DMC. Well, shout out to the Lakes major sponsor as well. Cheering on the boys.
Good on your DMC all the way from WA.
Jake Ackhurst, don't know, a.k.a. Hurst. What are we going, Barthy?
Clearly Ackhurst.
Ackerhurst.
Oh, that's poor decision making.
Yeah. Back to Jack. Here's your shout-out, mate.
Got away with that. Absolutely got away with
Henry Sound here from Wombi and the Savers. And tell me to run it straight. Obviously doesn't run it straight enough. I'll tell you who I'll not be running straight at. Alec Herridge after last week. No, thank you.
That was the sealer for the Wombi Savers who were into the Premier 2 Grand Final, beating the previously undefeated Terrigal side. And let me tell you, I think they might have been a little bit rattled because Avoca Beach were coming home with a wet sail, some poor decision making under pressure by Avoca Beach in the Premier 2 competition allowed Terrigal to hold on. I think it was 27 points to 25.
Yeah, I think that game was all Avoca's to win. Some back chat that at the very end, which really cost
extremely poor decision making by Avoca Beach, in my opinion. Ball there.
Good scrum, Lakes. King with the ball. Takes it up.
Opportunity now. Surely he's allowed to run. Looks for
a player.
Looks for contact. It's too far to the try line.
Yeah.
I need someone to run into. Bayou pinches, says thanks very much. Ball security wasn't strong enough. Ericsson, pick your act up.
Well, he doesn't like tight spaces or open spaces. Sorry, so he's just found a player.
A little bit of miscommunication. Raulini, brilliant. Some poor communication in the back there between the winger and the fullback.
Well done to stay in. Cunningham ends up with the ball. They say, "Not this time, Brett. You have cheated."
Well, what's front row doing that far in? Sam. It was Brett. Hang on. Brett Cunningham. He's a better rugby player than that. And also, he's smarter than that. He should know not to throw and swing an arm at someone when he's laying on the ground and the guy's standing over the top of him. Getting a little bit cranky in his old age, is Brett Cunningham, isn't he?
We've noticed that the last couple of weeks, Brett. Not too sure what's happening, but
an absolute competitor, there's no doubt about it, but getting a little bit cranky.
It's usually about the 70-minute mark we see the cranky pants start to come on, but he's starting early today.
That's just clearly about fitness. Big fan of Brett Cunningham. He's a great human being, great rugby player, and a little bit frustrated at the moment, I think, by the performance Ourimbah are putting in.
Good easy line-out win at 2.
Space.
Hutchinson Malters turns it back on the inside.
Bought a little bit of time there. The outside centre. The carry wasn't real strong, so he bought a little bit of time to secure the ball in. Not worrying too much about the head high. I didn't have too much wrong with it, but these days you can't go anywhere near the head, but he gets away with it.
I think the Lakes forwards have to stand up here. We see Hutchinson Malters, the Lakes 5'8", really taking some of those tough hit-ups to the forwards. And he really needs to be commanding play. You've seen him cleaning out here, doing the right thing for his team, but he's not the man to be doing that.
Fitness is clearly an issue. Playing under advantage, there's nothing there. Tony says we'll come back for that. Have to take the point, surely, Burner.
Yep, definitely. Take the points, puts it out to 7.
The best thing the Lakes can do is just continue the scoreboard pressure. there's no doubt they're tired. There's no doubt their fitness levels aren't as superior as the Ourimbah Razorbacks. So every chance they get, they need to take some points, continue the scoreboard pressure, and continue to make Ourimbah chase them. They're not going to win the game this far out by trying to to outrun them or doing that unstructured rugby. They really need to put that in the bag and hold that for the last 20 minutes.
I think they've got to get ready to go. So they've got a bit of downtime here. They can rest up, they can talk, but when the whistle goes and Ourimbah kick off, whether it's a 22 or an actual kickoff, they've got to be ready to go straight away. There's usually that they relax a little bit too much. They can't have that. They're going to be really ready to go in their short, sharp stages if that's what they're looking to do as their game plan.
Decent kick by Homopo. Has
Good
the distance
nudge.
and the accuracy. 15 points to 8. The Lakes lead the Ourimbah Razorbacks in the qualifying final, or the sudden death final, I should say, for the grand final. The winner of this match will go on to meet the Terrigal Trojans in the Premier 1 grand final next week at Central Coast Stadium. Dan Jones gets us underway again. Nice kick, this. I think that's come off a Mopo there.
Yeah, it has.
No, it hasn't.
Ooh.
Scotty Thornton said, sorry, Barthy, what'd you say? Did that come off? Yes, it did, in my opinion, from where I could see.
I think they've said... So Brett Cunningham with the cranky pants here again. Here we go. Hands on head.
So what's happening here? We are going to have a knock-on.
I think that's the right call. Because I'm very certain it came off of Mopo's...
Maybe Brett doesn't want to pack a scrum. That's why he's so,
maybe.
so animated. Mate, a man who's packed and played in over who's played over 300 games, graded games that is, he shouldn't be worried about packing a scrum.
Well, Lakes have been on top the last couple of scrums.
They have, actually. They have, yeah. They've been
Which is
scrumming.
surprising. We've been struggling all year. Here we go again. Good shove from Lakes. Peden takes from the back, gives it to King. King at the back to Jones. Hutchison Maltons gets up.
Nothing wrong with that.
Penasonian to help out.
Ball's
The ball's been
stripped.
stolen again.
Opportunities here.
Raulini on the
Raulini into space.
No one will
Stone
get
Street
him.
with cover.
No one will get him. Stone Street.
Stone
has
Street's
he
got him. Oh,
he's
drops
away.
away.
Great effort from Jack Stone Street. Incredible stuff from Lakes.
He is shattered. Absolutely shattered.
The number 12, Philomoni Seru, steals the ball once again. That's his third one-on-one steal for the game. And Lakes swing it out to Macaralini and runs 60 metres to score. Well done, Lakes.
Stone Street should have had him then. He knows he should have had him. He was all over him and just fell away. And good strength and by Raulini. But Stone Street really should have had him there. That was that's pretty poor defence.
Yeah, tough man to tackle, Raulini. He's got his arms are 4 metres long, but Stone Street did well to get there as
He's
well.
running. He did actually. I actually thought shut the gate. Raulini was in. And great effort by Stone Street, but just didn't quite. He didn't. In short, he didn't make the tackle, so Raulini scored anyway.
Yeah, I think the cars at the back have sounded the horns again. Just to let Jack know.
This is really good for Lake's confidence here, heading into the half time. But the last thing they can afford to do, Burner, is switch off. Exactly like you just said after the kickoffs, they need to be up. They need to be ready to go. There is absolutely no way in the world this game is remotely close to being over. And we saw that in the last 2 games Ourimbah have played, how strongly they've come home. So this is by no means over, ladies and gentlemen. This is just the beginning of what's an exciting game of rugby.
Well, Barthy, we know we've got an international podcast, but now we've got an international commentary gig. Aroa over in Christchurch, New Zealand. She sent through a message to the socials. So, hello, over in Christchurch. And she said, let's go Lakes.
Let's go Lakes. All right, thanks very much for that all the way. And the kick has been absolutely nailed from Homopo. Great shot. That is 22 points to 18 with inside 2 minutes to go. So thanks very much for the love all the way from New Zealand and cheering on the Lakes from our brothers and sisters over there in New Zealand. Great to have you on board listening and watching. Great kick-off to restart. That bounced. Poesi.
Well, we got some love from the Ourimbah Rugby League Magpies who are helping out their fellow Ourimbah brothers. They'd like to give a shout out. So thanks, guys.
Good on you, Magpies.
Matt King takes the ball up. Hoiks it downfield.
Great bit of community spirit there by the Ourimbah Magpies there, getting behind their rugby brothers.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, is he going to see it?
That's
Good
sat
kick.
well. He's having a good positional play as Matt King. Doesn't matter, that's safe, and that's out. Probably could have kept it in. The last thing I think the Lakes would want to do was would be run that back. So just need to shut this down, the Lakes, to get us into half time and get themselves into hard time, because I think they're getting close to being out on their feet here, Burner.
Let's watch a bit of a sneak play with Zach McGuinness at the front here. There we go. He's turned for it. Oh,
That's a disappointing line out when such a crucial time. Penasoni.
King gets it back. Harding Davis takes it up. Strong defense. Oh, BU.
A little bit of a pop. Opportunities here. A quick interchange of play. We've had 3 quick passes.
You don't see that often from Joey BU.
Siren goes in the background.
Rob Peden does well to get up off the line and shut that down. There's danger out there.
Well, not sure if that's the right option, putting that pressure on and creating those opportunities. He falls off a tackle there.
Hutchinson Walters gets rid of Peden.
Siru.
Oh, runs into a brick wall.
Siru waiting. Ball's been turned over.
Yeah, I think a poor option from Lakes.
Yeah, very poor option.
There.
And they've conceded the penalty. They've compounded the issue.
Tane Man takes it up. Gets rid of Hamopo. Runs into another Hamopo.
Hamopo has come from an onside position, but says not the guy who helped him out clearly, says Tony. They're going to undo all the great work they've done so far, Lakes, if they concede any points after the siren. And that's just by poor option from the acting halfback at the time. Siru was set, ready to go, and as a result, on ballers for the Razorbacks have done it sensationally well and turned the ball over, and as such, have created a lot of pressure.
Bit of a dart from Sam Carney there. Sam Carney, sorry.
A little bit messy and a little bit high. Ball still safe. Still rolling down the short side. Goes Clark. That's poor rugby, that was. That was a flick between the legs by Joey Bayou, I believe. And his support player clearly wasn't ready for it. And that's a disappointing way to finish the half.
All right, Hutchinson Walters gets us back underway. Deep kickoff. Straight down the guts. Kicks it to Matt King. Says, here you go, Logan. Deal with that.
Had another strong performance as Matt King in this first half so far. Siru now. He's played well too himself, actually. Oh. It's not often the...
There's a substitution there for Ourimbah, I believe.
Good pressure at the contest. And Matt King is bundled into touch. Good pressure by Lakes there. Siru chasing his kick. And as a result, bundled into touch, and we have Lake scrum, knock on over the sideline.
So Lake scrum has been dominant the last couple of scrums.
Has been well, and mate, Poisi and
Zach McGuinness.
Yeah, Zach, mate, they've been going really well. I wouldn't be in a hurry to get Barcelona on at this point in time.
So for those of you who haven't watched a Lakes game yet, Barcelona has the most gorgeous figure and mullet in Central Coast Rugby. So we'll celebrate that when he comes on.
Siru early ball, good contest and good post-contact meters there. Siru again dictating play out to Raulini.
Oh, he's dangerous.
Steps here, opportunity inside. Goes to the kick, and it has been bundled out. It's
great
come
play.
off an Ourimbah player.
Hamopo again says, this is how big the fish was that I caught. Can someone appreciate it?
That ball did not come off an Ourimbah player. It went kicked straight out by Lakes. And
so Ourimbah looking to go quick. There's obviously a game plan here. They really want to go quick. Carney was looking to push the pace there.
That's a bit of an indication of just the danger of Raulini. And there was nothing on there. Numbers were even. It was all sweet. It was just that little stutter step and that large gate when he runs, and he was in him behind. Just unlucky with the kick.
Good pressure on Dan Jones there as well. Attacking the ball here. Oh, he's held on to it. Just.
Was
Dan Jones all over that.
Ourimbah off her feet there. That was clear to see. And temptation was too great for number 10, Dan Jones, as he's getting up. It's not often a fly half gets his hand all over the ball.
Yeah, I
he
think
did.
He flopped forward a bit too far there.
Yeah, and temptation was too great. He was all over that ball, and by rights.
Was supporting his body weight with his head was the issue, was I think as Tony said.
Yeah, that's fair enough too. And great decision here, correct decision in my opinion, choosing to take the shot.
He's been a sharpshooter today, Logan.
Oh, you've just cursed him. You've just absolutely cursed him.
And he's almost in front.
Lakes,
I just can't see this missing.
Lakes players, send your complaints and your abuse courtesy of Burner, not me. Kane Burner's just crucified poor old Hamopo's brilliant kicking so far.
He's looking confident as well, as he should be.
Jeez, you've piled the pressure on him. Kicks.
Oh, never in doubt.
He's got it. He's got it. Just a message coming in by the Lakes. Wanting to know what sort of car you drive, Burner, and what time you'll be leaving the car park. Not really, people. Not really. Good kick off here. Amopo, no pressure. Hudson Walters, sorry.
Mopo gets it back.
He's had a strong game, Siru. He just takes the ball
has.
back into a little bit of contact and back to his forwards. He's really dictated the play well, and most things he's done has been the right option.
I think he's had a really good 1-2 punch with Hutchinson Walters. They've really both played playmaking duties there. Stone Street makes it. He'll be disappointed with that. He's usually very strong under the high ball, Jack Stone Street.
I think he went to jump when he didn't really need to and just compounded the pressure on himself and as a result made a meal of it disappointingly. He's going to be down on confidence after missing that tackle on Raulini that he should have made and that's a pretty poor drop. Your fullbacks take them every day of the week and he needs to hit back and he needs to get his hands on the ball early, does he, Burner? He needs to get involved in some defence, get his head back into the game and move beyond that.
Yeah, he just needs to get his hands on the ball, really. He's an absolute danger, Jack Stone Street.
Really, really lucky that Karte didn't get that ball and didn't bring it in.
Good
because
scrum
he would have
again,
been away,
Lakes.
the Lakes winger.
Zach McGuinness has got it over Brett Cunningham at the moment. Just rare to see.
Raulini in. Good defence. Mahon, I believe.
Good kick, good option.
Smart option.
Good work. Logan Hamopo again.
That's good all-round rugby, that is. Very, very smart and good high rugby IQ, if I can say that, for Logan Hamopo and just getting it in and behind and turning the Ourimbah back around and putting back in pressure inside their 22.
You can see he likes walking to everything. I think Ourimbah's game plan last week, they didn't really want to take every time they got a penalty. Turn over here. Lanzini's got it.
McGuinness at the back. No. VAR
takes it up.
Strong. Needed to come out here. Lakes.
Hamopo to Lanzini.
Great defence. Shot. Brilliant shot.
hit, Joey B.
McCombie back at rate of knots. He went back faster than he went forward.
Joey B is making an absolute nuisance to himself.
A little bit messy here. They're going to be lucky not to concede a penalty for off their feet and from the side.
There's no signal yet.
Tony says, we're going to give it to Ourimbah.
There you go. Good pressure there from Joey B.
Yeah. And it all came down from McCrombie running too high and Joey B just getting underneath him and sending backwards at a rate of knots and disrupted the play. And as a result, Ourimbah get the feet of the scrum. It'll be interesting to see the pressure they put on here. It's a good opportunity for Lakes to really attack the Ourimbah scrum. Tony says, oh, look at that.
He can't be doing that.
Disappointingly, I think that's Brett Cunningham. 21 needs to turn around and go back and play.
That is, you can't be doing that.
That's poor. That is extremely poor.
I don't know who that was, but it's not good enough.
If it's not Brett Cunningham, I do apologise because I said it was, but it certainly appeared to be. But he needs to be better. I like this idea.
Yep.
Let's scrum it again.
Well, I don't think Ourimbah have ever been under this sort of scrum pressure where they've got a team that wants to have a scrum against them because they think they're going to dominate them. And back to what I was saying before, the last week Ourimbah were taking the quick taps instead of kicking for touch or anything when they had the penalties to really wear Hornsby down, and that came up trumps for them at the end. They're trying to push the pace a bit here, but not all their players are on the same page. So it's a bit sort of bit jagged, I think, when they're trying to do those things, especially in the line out.
A little bit disjointed, Ourimbah. Zach McGuinness, not exactly sure what happened there. That he's applying all sorts of pressure.
Cunningham was pushing through on that one.
Stood up there. I don't know if he, don't know whether he actually packed in or might have been lucky not to be penalised for standing or popping.
I think Tony on that side now. Also Scott Thornton on that side of the field as touch judge, keeping an eye on things.
It's interesting to see what pattern of play here. VAR the short
VAR
side.
takes it blind. Throws it. Logan, well done. Logan Hamopo cleans up the scraps.
Smarter on the ball was Jared Grange there. Learnt from... They must take the points now. They don't. They get in behind. Raulini. Off
when you got
pass. Could have given, should have given, doesn't need to give. He scored underneath the post. Unbelievable. Should have given it 3 times. Says, I'll do it myself. Under the post. Very, very lucky to score. And great individual performance by Raulini.
Well, he had players outside of him, but when you're that good, you don't need to give it.
Had to give it outside of him. He had 4 players unmarked.
If that's anyone else in the comp, they don't score that try.
Says, don't worry about it. That's too far from the goalpost. I'll put it right next to it. Raulini, fantastically strong, deceptively strong burner, and great try in North Lakes. Or to Lake, sorry.
Yeah, and the scoreline will be 32 points to 8 because Logan will absolutely throw this over. This isn't a mock on this one. You just can't miss from here.
Again, all complaints to Kane Byrne, courtesy of B&B podcast.
So 32 points to 8. Still a long way to go, but Lake's really on top here, and Ourimbah, their attitude's just not good enough at the moment. Their penalties that they're giving away. Back chat. You can't be doing that.
Kick is converted, 32 points to 8. I'm telling you right here and now, Burnett, it is still not enough. Still not enough to win this match. Lakes need to continue this. It's easy to say, and it's very cliche, but they need to continue it for 30 minutes. Yep. They really do. They cannot afford to allow Ourimbah into this just to get a sniff. And I don't care if they're kicking penalty goals, whatever it needs to be. If they want to go through to the grand final, the opportunity is theirs now.
Yep. I think one more try would seal it for the Lakes, but I don't think 32 points is going to do it.
Suru at the back.
Puts it high. Hutchinson Malters with the chase.
And
Good
gets
take.
it. Needs the support. Finds it. Opportunities here on the left.
Vasagotti gets out to VAR.
He's not going to run that far, but he'll keep his feet long enough. Great defence by Marn. Strong, aggressive, as always.
Lanzini. Jones tries to chop him at the knees. Joey Bu over the top of the ball, looks like.
He's got it. Well, he's lucky.
Raulini takes it up.
Penny, strong.
Breaks
opportunity,
one.
gives. Poisi loses. Penasoni back to Marn. Quick opportunity here for Ourimbah. Tony says there's not enough advantage in that. We're going to come back for the scrum. Mate, I think Ourimbah would have minded a little bit more advantage there.
We haven't really seen him with ball in hand. We haven't seen their back line. We haven't seen Tane Marn in space.
No.
I mean, that's where the danger is for Ourimbah if they can get the ball to players like him.
I'm going to bang on this until the siren sounds, to be honest, Burner, but I am not counting the Razorbacks out of this by any stretch of the means. Those of you watching might be sitting at home going, you're kidding yourself, it's 32 points to 8 and there's 28 minutes to go. Well, we saw Ourimbah score 20 points in 10 minutes last time they met, and there's absolutely no way in the world they're out of this match, Ourimbah Razorbacks.
Yep, their big guns need to start stepping up.
Kept him up off the ground here. That ball's out.
So this is one of them. Joey Bu, Matt King, their halfback, the number 8, Rob Peden, really need to step up and get their attack firing.
Well, on the ball, unlucky there. Difficult pass there for Marn, takes it in well. We've got the crowd getting a little bit excited, pleading for everything. Penalty comes back for hands in the ruck. Rightly so too, was off his feet. Kate Thompson, the assistant referee, has come in. She's seen something that was right in front of her?
Yeah, I think there might have been an issue with the tipping tackle here, I think.
I didn't think there was too much in it personally at first sight, Burner.
Very low to the ground.
And
Might just be a chat.
with any luck, that's all it will be, and that's all it will be. We'll have a penalty for the foul play. Not much in it, but Kate, the assistant referee, was right in front of it, and rightly so. She is the lady who makes those decisions. So opportunity now for Ourimbah to get themselves back in the game.
Tell you what, Barthy, a man who doesn't get any praise and no calling because all he does is stick his head into rucks is Geordie Clark. He's an absolute workhorse for the Ourimbah team, and he's constantly has his head in a ruck, and you never see him.
All good hookers generally do that.
Matt King.
VAR won't let him get through. That's disappointing.
He's got to hold on to that.
That was a brilliant opportunity. The pass was probably forward, to be fair, but you're not sneaking past VAR. I don't care how old he is, Burner. You're not sneaking past him.
That's terrifying, isn't it? Imagine what he would have been 15 years ago.
And his fitness levels are amazing.
He does not stop.
It shows you his rugby smarts.
Yep.
Knows the angles, knows where to run. He's sucking in a few house bricks at the moment, but why wouldn't he? It's a bloody hot day. But geez, he's a good rugby player. He's integral to the Lakes continuing on and really guiding this forward pack. Good scrum, safe ball. Amopo fakes the short. Siri.
It's a grubber kick through.
We've got pressure coming in.
Well, Toby Carver's out there at 23,
That's
just
not
coming
gonna be-
back from injury.
Ball's here for Lakes. Ball is opportunity for Lakes. Good counter ruck by Ourimbah.
Great
Succeed.
work.
Joey
Joey
Bayou
Bayou.
from the side gets away with it. Gets pulled down. Panasoni can't take it.
Kick forward there by Blanche. Can Blanche hold on to it? He
Does.
can. Blanche is over.
Scores the try.
Well, that's how quickly he can turn around. That's how quickly Ourimbah can score points.
Back in the match. Razorbacks. Here we go, people. 25 minutes to go. Hold on. This game is not over.
Well, I did like a late game plan there. They put the grubber kick through, they put a bit of pressure on Toby Carver, coming back from injury, as we said, in the 23 jersey at 15.
Yeah.
And when you got the Lakes backline charging at you, it's not very not an appetising prospect to pick up that ball in any hurry.
Yeah, and Ourimbah score a good try. Very lucky, and the try is converted, which is great. 32 points to 15, 25 minutes remaining. I think there's plenty of passages in that play that Ourimbah were lucky to get away with it. They did, and what you do is opportunity to those who really chance their hand, and that's exactly what they've done, and they're back in this match now. The Razorbacks, they got a sniff, and almost like clockwork, they're heading back into this game. Burner, and I think this is where the Lakes they can't afford to shut down now after conceding that try. They need to continue to play the game of rugby that they were playing.
Exactly. They're going to play high energy as well.
Not
Good
a bad
kick
kick
there.
into space.
Bit of pressure on Dan Jones as well. Good result there for Lakes. So it's fine for the Lakes to have these lulls in play, but they've got to pick the energy back up. The energy is
Absolutely.
where they've got to beat Ourimbah. If they let Ourimbah have a sniff, too dangerous. As we said, 32 points are not enough.
Now it's down to 17. Is the gap.
Easy win there for Penny Rowlini.
A little bit high. He's on the ground. Ball is safe. Amopo. VAR.
Tips on to
Sorry.
Palisi.
Good defence here by Ourimbah. A little bit lateral by Lakes.
Seri standing at 12.
Shows offloads.
Vasagotti.
It's been active, Vasagotti.
It's like a turnover. We're not supporting his body weight.
It's been active, and most of the ball he's had has been under pressure. So he's done well. Lakes have decided against the points. Not sure if I agree with that, Burner. I I thought it's a gift 3 points, providing Hamopo's got the distance, and I thought he has. But
he slotted one from about 2 metres inside there, quite comfortably, not too long ago.
oh, mate, and also, look, I don't mind them chancing their hand. I don't mind them trying to put them to bed, but it's not going to happen now. It's too much of this match to go. Let's see what happens from this line out.
I think Moneyball spent a penny. Yeah, very lucky to get away with that. James Blanche, very strong at the back for Ourimbah.
Rolling it
Very
high.
smart as well.
Body height's far too high. Ourimbah will get in underneath this.
We've got it back pretty well here. We've got to get the ball out now, though.
It's interesting to see that.
It's come
We have
back
two
to a
separate
ruck.
sets of play, yes. Siru.
Vasagotti gets out to Macralini.
Danger. Still going. Offloads. Well done,
held on to
Siru.
it.
Back again, Vasagotti.
All right, need to settle it here. Get man over ball.
Short
Probably
side.
not go blind. Oh,
Nothing there, isolated.
yeah, you don't want to isolate yourself against any of these Ourimbah players, especially Jared Granger standing there.
Captain.
Gets away from Cunningham. Good shot.
Great shot.
Hamopo goes to Hamopo.
Through.
The milking there, I think. McGuinness takes it up. No, McGuinness is back here. Tim Poisi.
Offload.
Great hands.
For the corner. King. Try.
Oh, forward pass.
Forward pass. Tony right on the spot. A little bit. He's difficult to see in that yellow jersey through the Lakes players.
Yeah, he'd be the best man to make the call from there.
Forward pass. He was right there. No shadow of a doubt. The whistle went early. As he blows time for a moment. We have some substitutions coming on.
Clint
Ourimbah.
Guyett comes on. Brett Cunningham goes off. Number 19, Braden Mead, goes on for, I think that's Isaac Harding-Davis. Yep. So Braden Mead slots in for Isaac, and Clint Guyett goes on for Brett Cunningham.
It's gone to hooker, has Glyat. Pushing Geordie Clark out to prop.
Well, I think Ourimbah's strongest scrum is when Geordie Clark's at hooker and you got Finley and Cunningham on there. So Geordie Clark goes to prop now with Guyett at hooker. So we'll see how the scrum fares up.
Into tight head. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, Lake's dominating there, putting a lot of pressure on them.
Ball spews back.
Get it back, though. Good kick, but the wrong man to kick it to. Tackle by Toby Carver.
Good ball. Good support play by Lakes.
Well done, Hamopo.
Opportunity out here. Vare. Still going.
Backs on forwards.
Vare.
Backs on forwards.
Pedersoni gets him well. Great tackle. Vare has lost it there, I believe. Unlucky.
Good play from Lakes. They're still looking to attack. That's what we want to see. Great work from Hamopo as well, backing up to get the ball over there for that counter-attack. Well done.
That's an effort play, that is. That really is. You're 100% right there, Burner. We had 2 or 3 Lakes players that got back behind the ball and created that opportunity. A little bit unlucky there was Vare to finish off and just spilling it into contact. Probably went a little bit further than he was expecting to go. Don't forget, people, if you're at home watching and streaming this exciting match, get a hold of us through the socials. And at B&B Unplugging Central Coast Rugby, we'll give you a shout out. And it's great to have you on board as we see Lakes try to skew this scrum and Rob
Well done.
Peden strong from the back.
Yeah, well done. King gets rid of it. The danger is kicking it to that man, Macralini.
Great kick, great bounce.
Yeah, very good kick. So good defensive line here from Ourimbah as well.
Needs to sit. Does beautifully.
I think that's a good result for both teams. I think Ourimbah will be happy with the field position there, but Lakes will be happy with the break. A couple of tired bodies out there.
I was going to say, I think that advantages the Lakes, to be honest. I think you're 100% right, Berno. You mentioned before about Lakes trying to slow the game down. That can't come at the expense of their energy levels. And we're going to really see that. As we speak, the line out has been stolen. And Lanzini back. Hamopo does well. They're out in their feet, they're forwards, but they've still got 18 minutes to go. So it might be an idea for Hamopo to bring in some fresh legs. Ball's out. Poisi. Vare.
So easy,
Siru,
isn't it?
sorry.
It's so easy for him.
Poisi back, holds, shows, step stutters.
Well done. Got to get Peden out of there. They do. He disrupts a bit.
If I was Ourimbah, I'd be loving the look of this. They concede. I'd be loving the look of this. The Lakes, they're in trouble, Burner.
Yeah, they're looking very tired out there, Lakes. Saying that, still up by 17 points with a penalty on halfway. So Hutchinson Walters puts the ball down. Lakes will have a line out. About 30 metres out from the Ourimbah line, just over 30 metres out.
You Ourimbah Razorback fans out there live streaming, get in contact with us. I'd not be losing faith. I'm actually thinking you guys are still an extremely good chance to win this match. We've seen it before. VAR with the ball for Lakes, a little bit isolated. Poisi gets up his tail.
Penasoni in field to make that tackle.
Needs to be careful. Does does Rob Peden?
Zach McInnes.
He's never passing the ball.
No chance.
Ourimbah knew that. They covered him well. And we've had a knock on. That is a fatigue knock on, Burner. That is nothing other than fatigue. And here we go, Razorbacks.
Well, Marshall's got a couple of players on the bench now. And he's looking to bring on as Matt Hopkins makes a change. Jack Stonestreet comes off. I don't think we've been too happy with this game today, Jack Stonestreet. A bit below par from, I suppose, his usual standards. Still solid. But no real chances for him either. And looks like Tyler O'Brien comes in number 22 onto the wing.
But see, well, I was going to say Tyler O'Brien from memory had a strong game in the centres there a couple of weeks back. So it'll be interesting to see who they move around. But maybe Poisi going to fullback perhaps. Oh, Toby Carver, sorry, he's on. Great scrum, great dominant scrum by Lakes. Peden does extremely well under loads of pressure. And it is just the Lakes fatigue that allow the Razorbacks to... they're away.
Poor defence there.
Man.
So Matt King really stepping up now, really dictating play. Dan Jones gets
All
it out
Lakes
to Finley.
players are offside. Massive opportunity out on the left. I'm not sure about that pass, but he gets away with it. How he got away with it, I'm not sure, but he does. Penasoni. Lakes are gone here, Burner. Lakes are gone.
Yeah, the fitness levels of Lakes, they complain a bit too much when it comes. And you see Matt King taking the quick tap. Ourimbah are going to work this really fast.
Unlucky they're getting the rub of the green at the moment, Ourimbah.
Yeah, you see Matt King looking to take. He wants to take the quick tap again. So they're not interested in taking the line out. They know they can chew the meters up. They know how fatigued the Lakes are. So we look to players like Matt King, Joey Bu, Rob Peden to step up.
Guess who made that tackle?
VAR. Poor pass. Goes to Blanche.
Very lucky to get away with that, Patagotti.
Carver gives it into Tane Man. We know how dangerous he is. Look at him go.
Strong.
Great run, Tane Man. King gets it out.
There is no... Oh, gee whiz. That is ridiculously... If he gets binned, this is an outrage.
Yeah, I think
it was a clear opportunity.
I think
clear opportunity for an intercept.
Yeah.
The ball goes in the air. That is... No, gee whiz.
I think if he knocks the ball up in the air, I don't think that's a card.
I 100% don't agree with that decision at all. The ball went clearly in the air. It did not go down, and the rub of the green continues for Ourimbah Razorbacks. Good luck to them, and that comes through the pressure. But that's a pretty disappointing decision and a pretty crucial decision, I might add, Burner, with 14 minutes to go.
Especially when it's Penny Raulini. Yeah, I think he knocks it in the air and just gets taken out with his knee just in a collision.
Wouldn't mind seeing that again, I reckon, Tony, if he gets the opportunity to watch this game. I'm not sure he would make that same decision, but it's been made, and...
well, here we go. Ourimbah on the charge.
No excuses for the Razorbacks.
So 14 minutes to go. They're to claw back 17 points.
They're home. I'm telling you right now, Burner, they are home. Yep.
Joey Bu, straight at him. Gets it to Peden. God, he's strong. The ball trickles back though. Loses it backwards. Playing advantage here. And they'll take the penalty.
So this is Tony Fury has to take control of this match, Bernard. I'm telling you right now, if he does not start to control this game, it's going to get out of control and it's going to get out of hand because the Lakes are frustrated. The Razorbacks are trying to get back into the game. And unless he dictates with that whistle and the timing of his blowing of the whistle, we're in for a very interesting and disappointing finish to what's been a fantastic match.
Well, Lace get the turnover here. So Amopo gets it back. Sarah takes his time. I wouldn't be taking my time. I'd be trying to make sure I get a good kick. So he clears it. O'Brien hints at it.
Surely you take the one. Sure, there's a knock on. Says wasn't a penalty. It was a knock on. So
I'll be throwing it very long. They had one player there disrupting the line out. I'll be throwing. You got Tane Marn out there on the halfway line. You need to see him in space.
I think fatigue. That's a fatigue issue for both sides there.
Yeah, Lake's not. I actually don't mind that line out throw when you've got Lakes who are just not contesting at all, have no interest in the line out. You don't care where the line out goes, do you?
Yeah,
it's going to that play. Like I do get where it and obviously Tony's refereeing by a rule book, but
a law book,
rule book, whatever you call it,
law book,
refereeing by a law book, and I just think if the ball's getting to the player and the other player's not going to contest it, then fair play.
Absolutely agree with you. It's called game management, and there's no need to, unless it's ridiculously poor, and that one was pretty close to it, to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Need to get restructured and settled to Lakes. Hamopo not happy with it. Gets away with it.
Well, VAR's been taken off the field, has he? VAR is on the sidelines.
Getting a well-earned rest.
Yeah, very well-earned rest. Seru probably doesn't get enough purchase as he wants. Contestable kick, though. Well done, Lakes. I think one person chasing through, though.
Yeah, scattered defence here. Opportunities for O'Brien.
He knows one way, and that's straight ahead. Lanzini takes him.
Jones. Too early, creates holes, does Hamopo. Panasoni now, with a bit of space. Strong defence, Siru gets it. Offloads. Oh my goodness gracious me. Go buy a lottery ticket, Ourimbah Razorbacks, because everything is going your way at the moment. That happens in rugby though. Swings and roundabouts.
All right, injury to Lakes player. Bit of a stoppage in play. Lakes won't mind a bit of a break here. They're up by 17 points. So most games of rugby, this would be probably a clear victory, and you think Lates will take this out, but
no way. Do not write off the Razorbacks. But you're right. Just getting a bit of love from Sean Smith. Great to see you on the mend, pal.
Barthy, as his scrum gets underway, one of the most improved people that we've seen in CCRU this year is the Ourimbah Waterboy Nick Meyer. The round one against Warnervale, he was horrific, and he got taken off the field. So it's really good to see him kind of pick up his game. And he's into the finals now, and I do put Ourimbah's success down to more about Nick Myers' capabilities as a water boy than the 17 coaching staff that they have.
Well, that's when you want to bring your A game into the semi-finals, don't you, Bernard?
Yeah, well, it's where you get the message out there, and Nick's just been clear as anything, and I think the message should get out there soon that Ourimbah need to start attacking. So if they win here, I think it's down to Nick Meyer.
Good show. They'll like that.
So the Ourimbah forwards slow to get into position here.
Yeah, that's poor. That's poor play. They need to be smarter than that, Lakes. Oh, okay. That was for a head high. So Zach McGuinness, they still need to be smarter, Lakes.
So I think Lake's very tired here, but Ourimbah not doing themselves any favours. They need to get into position faster and play a really up-tempo game here to score 3 late tries here. Really need to push the pace. Time is ticking for them.
Opportunity for them right now. Line out 5 metres out.
Yeah, really got to push the pace. I'll be jogging this line out. See Clint Guyot getting there, but the rest of them aren't following. They've really got to push the pace here against Lakes.
Lakes won't have the energy for a drive and rolling maul here, so that's exactly what Ourimbah should be doing, in my opinion. Oh, they've missed it. They've buggered the line out. Pawisi gets the ball.
Good strong run.
Oh, they've turned over.
Rob Pedon's there over the ball. Gets cleaned out. Penalty Lakes. So you can see in the body language here,
Tony's just rucked.
Tony has rucked Tim Pawisi. The absolute scenes here at Warwood Oval. The referee has just taken out a player.
He's turned back the clock from the 1980s and putting in a bit of old school slipper has Tony Fury.
Well, Lake's body language, they look pretty cooked here, but Ourimbah not matching it either.
But I'm telling you now, it's still Ourimbah's game. It really is. Lakes are still a man short. They're still a man short for another 4 minutes or so. So Ourimbah really need to up the tempo, get back in this game. Hamopo wins the line out. Oh, shovel there. Opportunity now.
Pedon has it. Short arm penalty. The numbers in the line out.
I'll tell you what, you know I spoke about the 50-50s and the rub of the green?
Yep.
The rub of the green might be going the other way. Good strong run. Great strong run.
Straight through.
Open meters. Good tackle by... good ankle tackle. I'll get my words out. Ankle tap by Pawisi.
Then the viewers might want to buy a vowel soon, mate.
A little bit too excited. Oh, that's just...
Turnover. Penasoni has it.
That's poor
Midfield.
rugby, Lakes. Poor rugby. The
So-
last thing they need is that loose structured
Ourimbah need to attack. Goes to Pedon.
opportunity.
Flings it out.
Massively
Goes to
opportunity.
Finley. Probably not the man you want on the wing, but he gets the fen going.
No. Oh, what do we got here?
Got a penalty here. I think we got a high shot.
That green's rubbing the other way.
That's all right. So we
Marn.
tapped it, but Marner's...
That green's nearly going yellow. It's been rubbed that hard. Opportunity now.
Finley takes it up.
Straight, hard.
Matt
Good run.
Lanzini comes in from the side for the kill. Doesn't quite get there. Matt King directs play. Oh, good shot. Over the top. Good hit on Dan Jones. Right, ball comes out to Tyler
Loose.
O'Brien.
O'Brien.
That's the Gotti.
Strong. High, but strong.
Need to get into the line here, Lakes. Need to get that defensive line going.
Here's a chance now,
Goes to Dan
Ourimbah.
Jones.
Razorbacks here. Space. Marn into
Tane Marn.
space.
There he is.
Offloads. Pedon.
Pedon back inside.
Well done, Raulini. Just holds onto the jersey. Danger signs here for Lakes.
Lakes need to get back here.
Opportunities
They need
out
to
the
get
right.
back. Penalty Ourimbah. They got to go. Matt King goes.
They'll all be offside here,
Get to
Lakes.
Clint Guyot. Guyot's got to spread it out. Oh, he's through. Wow, what happened there? Well, that's almost what your defense does when they're certain there's a penalty coming, and there was just no effort there from Lakes at all.
Quick field goal. Try is converted. Game on. Game on. 22 points to 32, I believe, Burner.
Yep, the scoreboard's not helping us out here. 32-22. So,
5 minutes to go.
Lakes in front by 10.
The sail is up and the Razorbacks are on their way.
Well, what do you do here if you're Marshall? You got to make a couple of changes, don't you? Vars on the sideline. No, Vars is probably absolutely cooked, but I think you need that leadership out there.
Well, Tony's called time. He's called time. There's no ball available. There now is a ball. We have Hudson Waters with it needs a big deep kick. That's a nice high one. Opportunity. Oh, bounce doesn't go. Oh, bounce does not go Lake's way. Ourimbah all over it now.
Ourimbah with the ball just inside their own halfway line. Gets it out to Dan Jones. He's going to swing it out the
Siru,
back.
poor pass.
Gets the carver. Got a good pass on him. Gets out wide to Peden.
Peden. Danger.
He's got BU inside him and Panasoni outside him. Good shot there from Poisi.
Ball slow. Buyu.
Takes
Strong. Defending well Lakes at the moment. Still one man short, remember.
Need to suffocate them.
Ball
Goes up
pass
to
in the
Jones.
back.
Jones gets it out.
Space
Here's
and
where they're
opportunity.
dangerous.
Space and opportunity. Man.
Oh, Grange. Well, Grange makes a meal of it. Kicks into the stands. Almost hits the referees. Dave Hall not too happy with it, but throws it back. God, he's got a can of an arm on him, doesn't he, Dave Hall?
He's a handsome man these days, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey? Unfortunately, the viewers at home, they don't get the luxury of our view, and getting the rugged good looks of David Hall is a pleasure. So we've got a break in play here at the moment. 3 minutes 46 left on the clock, with the Lakes leading 32 points to 22. Got a few cramp settling in for Hamopo, who's had a strong match. Tony takes on water. For what it's worth, I am not riding off the Razorbacks by any stretch of the means. 10 points behind, 2 converted tries, or 1.5, and they'll be home. It's going to need some astute and smart game management by the Lakes if they're to get home. They should be at full complement now. No, Raulini still on the sidelines. His 10 minutes will have to be up shortly. Good scrum by Ourimbah. Lakes hold and control. Ball there. Crombie needs to be careful. It's not the option now. All over the ball. Lakes are going into this pick and go play a little bit too early for mind. Joey Bayou's all over it. And rightly so. Lakes penalised for not releasing the ball. Joey Bayou, well done. All over it. Clark, quickly. Off to his front row. Now O'Brien. Offloads well. Opportunities deluxe for Ourimbah. Great effort by Crombie.
Jones screaming for the ball here. Calling for O'Brien inside him.
O'Brien, fresh legs. Great run. Strong.
Well, if they
Ball
can bring
there.
it right here at Ourimbah, and that's what they do. Toby Carver gets out to Peden.
Peden. Opportunities
Blanche.
now for the corner. Try Ourimbah.
They get it.
He's got it down. Grange, great try in the corner. It's all on now. It'd probably make a little bit more sense for Jones to take his time with this kick.
Yep.
Because it's a crucial kick.
What an exciting finish.
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen. We knew it was going to come down to this, and here it is. 5 points of difference. Kick to come. 1:30 on the clock.
We've got to remember, Lakes haven't scored a point in the second half.
They haven't.
32 was what they went into half-time break as. And we said it wasn't going to be enough. He said they probably needed to extend it out to
Jones,
39.
important kick. It looks good.
He's
It
got
looks
legs on
real
it.
good.
Oh,
He's
he
got
gets
it.
it.
He's got it. 29 points to 32 with 75 seconds remaining. Lakes will rightly do everything they can and take every second possible before they're told to hurry up by Tony Fury in the centre.
I think they're walking too fast.
Tony says, come on, let's get a little bit fair dinkum.
Some boys are breaking out into a jog.
Which is rightly so.
Yep.
And every team does it. Part of the gamesmanship.
So the problem here with Lakes, though, is they've had to walk slow there, so they're cooled down a little bit, but they've got to up the energy here.
Absolutely. There's 50 seconds to go, or until the siren for their season. To stay in. Opportunity and danger. Bayou
Pressure is
space.
all on here.
Still going Bayou. Penasoni.
Oh, it's gone forward. Well, Joey Bayou's looked promising all game, and he's the one that can really break this game open for him. Unfortunately, that time doesn't go right.
Defensively strong, and in that cover defence, not sure which Lakes player it was, but obviously hit at the right time, and the pass was a forward one. Because if it had been remotely close to flat, Penasoni was away, and it could have been a good night, Lakes. The last thing that needs to happen here, Burner, is for the Lakes to play for the siren. Even though it goes in the background, they cannot afford to sleep for a moment, because the Razorbacks, I tell you right now, they're going to pounce.
Need a big scrum here from Lakes. Ourimbah need a huge shove here. This is their season. They can win this scrum.
Everything in the scrum.
Big scrum of Ourimbah. Big scrum of Ourimbah. And Mopo takes it off the back and takes it over the sideline. And there we go.
Tony says that is it.
That's all she wrote.
That is it. An emphatic and amazing victory. Lakes have just held on 32 points to 29, beating the Ourimbah Razorbacks in what is a very exciting second half of rugby.
Well, an absolute carbon copy of 2 weeks ago. These teams went up against each other. Lakes got out to a big lead. Ourimbah clawed it back but just couldn't get home in the end. Ourimbah able to do it against Hornsby last